Minasan de konnichiwa, my name is Brennan and this is my channel, Tokyo to LA.
I'ma pull up and I'm flexing on purpose. Hey, I'ma smoke the jelly and honey.
I have acquired many experiences and footage during my travels, whether it be sailing the 7 seas with my buddies, or through awesome aerial footage on the beaches of Southern California. Oh yeah, I have a passion for exotic cars too.
I keep up with Sabrina, she walked too damn fast.
So this is my life. Parties in Tokyo, good times with friends, back to LA, beautiful views.
Is that pretty strong?
Did I mention I play college football?
Swole Bros in this bitch. King Hearn.
You can catch me pretty much anywhere in the world.
Go ahead, do 360. Let's do this.
You get the bag and fumble it, I get the bag and flip it and tumble it. Straight off the lot, 300 cash. Can the car came with a blunt in it. Lil' mama a thot, and she got ass. That she gon' fuck up.
My name is Brandon, and this is my channel, Tokyo to LA. Just this, I'm a subscriber.
What's up, guys? I just made the Skid Row. I mean, Little Tokyo. But yeah, they have the Nabuta Festival. A lot of people. I'm gonna go check it out. I just got done riding, so it's like, I hit like 124. Keep that on the DL. My ass, I got here late, so everything's pretty much done, it looks like. I guess I should start leaving on time. This looks familiar. This is the intro portion of like all my videos. Alright, well, I'm pretty sure I just missed everything. So it's all good. Still a fun ride over here. Everything's damn near closed. So I'll try to see if I can get myself into something. Sorry. I think this is really cool that this is here. Because I remember like back in Japan when I first moved there was a lot of girls that were like, Disneyland iku, soretomo shashin torimasu iku, you know, something of that nature, but everybody wanted to take pictures. I'm actually really surprised that this is here. So it's actually really, really nice. It's almost just like Japan, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, I see everybody's leaving though, so I think I might go do the same. So recently in LA, there's like a pink wall craze. And I don't know how long this one's been here. I've only been here a couple times, but I see another pink wall. I've been seeing those things almost everywhere, so it's pretty cool. Pretty dope. We roll up in here right quick. The same spot where all the YouTubers are making videos.
Fuck a beat, I was tryna beat a case, but I ain't beat that case, bitch, I did the race. Beat it up, shoot a fuckboy in this motherfucking face. Damn, it's lit. You don't wanna go that way. Gotta go that way, you get.
It's right here in Little Tokyo area. It's pretty awesome. A lot of people don't know this, but Little Tokyo, although it pretty much is a version of Tokyo, it's Little Tokyo, it's not in the safest area of Los Angeles, California. And literally right across the street is the infamous Skid Row. So definitely if you come out here, you know, just for you to be aware of what's going on around you. See, I showed up late and this is all that I can film. It's just this right here. It's really cool that there was such a huge turnout, even though I didn't really see anything. There's a lot of people in LA who have a strong interest for Japanese culture. So that's actually really cool. I like when I meet people and they're so surprised about like my background in Japan. It's pretty interesting, to say the least. Alright, go ahead and try to make my way back towards my bike and then get the hell up out of here. As you can see, it's starting to get dark, and if you know what I said earlier about the Little Tokyo area, you would know it's time for me to get the fuck out of here. So yeah, it starts changing. The whole term of freaks come out at night. It's supposed to be here in about another 2 hours. It's gonna be like, yeah, really different. So I remember way back when I first was eligible for housing in Japan. I went through like you know, it was a fun experience. I went through this whole phase of looking at houses, apartments, and then I nailed an apartment. Like, oh, I'm stuck. I want to get an apartment. That's what I want to, you know, lodge in for my whole time that I'm in Japan for a couple of years, and it turned into 7 years. So I went through like the whole housing process, called up a company. I saw their apartment that was located in Saguragucho, which was awesome. It was a oh no, I take that back. Apartment that was located in Yokohama Station, or next to it at least, next to the JR station. And it was a 20-story building, and this particular apartment was on the 19th floor, and the view was awesome. You could even see like Saguragucho, the Ferris wheel and whatnot. It was pretty lit. It was dope. So you know, I'm going through the process of doing all the paperwork, getting my work to approve my housing there, and to my understanding, I'd be one of the few foreigners actually residing in the area, which was awesome. And I do recall one of the housing agents, he was just like, hey bro, I'm just gonna let you know, you know, this building is not used to having foreigners live in the building. And that was really intriguing to me. And I've never heard of something like that before, especially coming from America. America, you can't be denied housing because of your race, at least on paper. That's not how it works in Japan, apparently. So he was saying the person that owns the building was okay with it. So I went ahead, took my paperwork to my work, and started filling out some stuff. Most of the stuff's in Japanese. Just filling stuff out, getting my bank account ready, you know, getting this money. And before everything was said and done, man, it was like a deal gone wrong. They just flat out told me, hey, the guy that owns the property that the apartment's located on, hell yeah, man, LA. The guy that owns the property that the apartment's located on, he's just not comfortable. He wasn't comfortable having a foreigner living in the apartment, and I guess he got a say in whether or not if I can reside there. And that shit just broke my heart, because I mean, I tell you what, it was a 3-bedroom apartment, and I'm just like, damn, I ain't gonna lie, when I got in there, I think I was like 22, and I was like, bro, I'm gonna have sex in this room, I'm gonna have sex in this room, I'm gonna drink and fucking probably fall off the roof over here. I was just doing all kind of crazy shit. But yeah, that is definitely not how I planned things would work. And let me go ahead and ball up out of here before traffic gets fucking bad. I don't know if you know about LA traffic, but it's definitely not the safest thing to ride a motorcycle at night around here. So I'm gonna go ahead and probably find another spot to finish this rest of the story. I'll get back to you guys in a second. 3, 2, 1. All right, sorry about that. My snapping skills it's not really working today. So let me go ahead and try it again. 3, 2, 1. And just like that, I'm at the Del Amo Fashion Center with the beautiful lighting yet again. All right, so I'm gonna go find a spot so I can finish my story. Let me go ahead and do that right now. Damn, I guess they locked that shit from the inside, from the outside. Damn, that would have been perfect for me to get my black ass up in there too. Shit, this is what happens when your ass come too late. Oh shit, it's open. That shit is still open. Fuck boys. All right, so clearly it's been if you've ever been here before, you know there's a pretty cool place to lounge. So I guess I'll just tell my version of the story before they kick me out. Damn, I never even sat over here. Usually I just do a whole bunch of shopping. All right, so I forgot where I left off at, but pretty much they were telling me, yeah, so all my paperwork checked out okay as far as me getting a place to stay. And like I said, it was an awesome apartment, man. I have pictures of it. I didn't make any video footage of it though, but it was just awesome. Like, especially being a foreigner, I know that type of like, that quality of living is better than some Japanese people in their host country. So that's why I was like, dang, this is like a rare opportunity to actually live in an apartment like this. It was pretty cool. But yeah, it didn't work out that way. So they gave me the bad news and the spill, and I just couldn't understand it. But they were like, yeah, it's actually quite common. I guess way back when, there were a lot of foreigners that actually moved to Japan, and you know, they kind of skipped out on their lease. So I'm not sure if this is like a true thing, but apparently like it's like a Las Vegas. What happens in Japan stays in Japan. So you could like have like, there's a thing like being blacklisted on phones. You could have bad phone history, bad phone, I guess their version of credit, but it only pertains to that specific country. The same thing applies for housing as well too. I wasn't aware of that. But yeah, I almost got a really nice apartment, man. It was amazing. Like, I probably would never even go out if I got in that apartment. It was great. It was on the 19th floor. Like, you could see everything, man. You could see the water, all that stuff. It was actually pretty cool. But unfortunately, it didn't work out for me. I ended up getting a house in Kamakura, so that's not too far away from Yokohama. And it was pretty big. That one was 1,900 square feet. It was big as hell. It had its own, like, gated. It was like a house, and it had its own little, like, gated community. It was pretty huge. So I do have footage of that, though. I think it's on my How to Speak Japanese in 3 months video. You see like the interior of my house in Japan. So that was pretty cool. I really did want to live in the apartment, but they told me flat out, hey, the person that owns the land is just not comfortable renting the house to a foreigner. And also, they don't want to disturb the other tenants that live in the building. They may feel uncomfortable having foreigners live there. And I thought that was pretty weird because, like I said, in America it's really diverse. However, in Japan it's not like that. It's definitely not like that at all. So it's something to think about if you plan on getting housing there. Just in black and white, they can deny you based upon your race or based upon the color of your skin. And they told me flat out, hey man, we don't want to disturb the other tenants there. We're just not familiar with renting out to foreigners. They said it to me at the last second. So that was a big bummer, but yes, it can happen to you, and there's not really much you can do about it. That's just how it is over there. There's a lot of things that happen like that though. So do I hold a grudge against it? No. You know, I was fully qualified to purchase the apartment. You know, they would have never had any issue for my work would have been paying my rent anyways, but it just not how it's supposed to work out. So unfortunately, that's what happened to me. I know for others that are interested in living in Japan, it's just something you need to think about when you're applying for housing. They can deny you by the means of your nationality and your race. So just be wary of that. Everything else is great though. I still had a great experience when I was there. But as far as like housing, it can become a hassle. So most of the foreigners moving there, their work ends up paying for their housing. I don't really know a lot of foreigners that pay out of pocket. But if your work's paid for, 9 times out of 10 you'll get it, but you can always get thrown into the scenario, which is what I had, where maybe the person who actually owns the building may be okay with it, but the person who owns the land may not be okay with it. He might say no. So just be wary of that. You know, if you plan on paying out of pocket, be advised that typically to move into a place in Japan, you gotta. It's like how it is in America. You gotta pay like the first 2 or 3 months rent up front. And then you got to pay like your additional additional keys, whether you have pets or whatnot. So it's the same scenario. If I'm not mistaken, though, specifically for foreigners, though, they have it where, let's say, I think for me, I had to pay like an additional $700 a month just because of they said like insurance. Like if I were to like break anything in the house, that additional $700 would cover like damage and whatnot. That's like a mandatory pay. It's like really for foreigners to my understanding. So just be wary of that if you were to do that. Other than that, you should find foreigner-friendly agencies that are willing to help you out, and they speak English as well too. So you don't have to just, you know, rely solely on your Japanese. And I think pretty soon I need to get up out of here. We got a bunch of security. So I think they're pretty much closed. But yeah, so that was my story. If you guys have any questions or concerns, feel free to send me a message. I reply to all my comments, and I like reading all my comments. Definitely subscribe to my channel and give me the likes, because yeah, I'm really happy that a lot of people are watching my video. It's amazing. And I think my video, the unusual thing a Japanese man has asked me in Japan, request-wise, it just hit over 1,000 views. So that's pretty awesome. Yeah, so like my channel, subscribe, and I will catch you guys later. I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here because I don't want to hold these guys up. The security will just walk by. So yeah, I'll see you guys. This guy's cleaning. But yeah, I'll hit you guys up. Yeah, I'll be editing videos 24/7. So it's summer vacation. I got class starting on the 28th, so I definitely need to like change my routine and focus more on school, but I'll definitely get it to you guys. All right, later. Take it easy. Dang, I don't know if this is too damn bright. Look at that. That's pretty cool, man. I don't know if it's touchscreen or not. Oh yeah, it is touchscreen. This is almost like Japan. It's pretty new. Pretty cool.
Alright guys, I'm gonna need you to test your might. So this is my channel, Tokyo to LA, and you know, there it is, Tokyo LA. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button real quick, and then go ahead and click that bell so you get all the notifications. Now you're going to want to go ahead and click in the box, send me all notifications for this channel. Then you click save, and your bell should look like that with the parentheses on it. So so far I've gotten like Batman.
Justice, I'm a subscriber.
I've gotten Elmo recently.
Elmo subscribed too.
And I've gotten Cookie Monster.
I subscribe for Cookie.
Now we can all turn up.